So it's brew day again. Put the Grainfather on the boil. I've done some hop additions. This batch is 5 kilos of Marisota again. Seems to be a bit of a common feature with my brews. Yeah, 5 kilos of Marisota and 1 kilo of dark crystal. I'm keeping it fairly simple this time. The last batch I did was 5 kilos of Marisota and 2 kilos of dark crystal, and it came out, as would be expected, quite dark. So I backed it off to 1 kilo. It was a bit of an experiment. I know people will say, oh, 2 kilos of dark crystal, oh, that's too much. What are you doing? It was an experiment. I put 2 kilos of dark crystal in with 5 kilos of Marisota and mashed it at 69 to try and get a brew that has a very high mouthfeel. Turned out pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with it, but it was a little dark. It was very crystally, very roasty. It was a little intense. So this one's, as I said, 1 kilo of dark crystal and same Centennial hops. I've added 20 grams and 20 grams at boil and about 20 minutes in. And then in the whirlpool, I'm going to add 250 grams after flame out and give it a bit of a stir and let it whirlpool for a good 10 minutes or so, and then transfer it straight across to the fermenter. I'm not using a hop sock. The big plan is to have the filter lock up with hops so that it filters out all the trub. And it seems to work pretty well. The last batch, I don't know if you guys saw the photo that I posted. The hops really did work quite well to filter out all the trub. I was left with nothing at the bottom but hops and trub. So yeah. Let's see how this one turns out. So the boil time is complete. I've got the chiller hooked up. I've had the chiller running to sterilise chiller. Turn it off. Don't do that now. So the chiller's cleaned. The boil's finished. The water's hooked up but not running yet. The outlet's over there. Yeah, we know. I've got the whirlpool hops, 300 grams of Centennial, and a little bit of Sriracha chucked in there as well, just for good measure. So I'll turn off the boil. So the boil's off. We'll put in the hops. That's a lot of hops. And we'll start the whirlpool. At first, we'll whirlpool with the spoon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to whirlpool this for about 10 minutes. And then I'm going to turn the chiller on, and I'm going to run the chiller until the flow starts to slow down, and then I'm going to transfer off to the brand new fermenter, which is sitting over there with star sand in it. I'll come back to you when I do the transfer. Like I said though before, if you want to make a hobby beer, you've got to put hops in it. And that's a lot of hops. So now I've got the chiller running. The chiller water's going there in the ground. I'm not bothered saving it. But the temperature's dropping pretty quick. Stop the spoon for a sec. You can see the flow rate is still pretty good, but it's decreasing. I'm expecting that though, because that's a lot of hops. It's kind of testing the limits of the Grainfather's capabilities, I suppose. 300 grams of whirlpool hops. It's not really what the maker intended, I suppose. Better keep stirring. Put it down to 92. It drops very quick. That chiller is very effective. It works quite well. My groundwater is about 20 degrees. On the final pass, I'm hoping to get 20 to 23 degrees. I normally get about that. It's quite a slow transfer with all those hops blocking up the filter. We're down to 90, so it's getting there quick. So I'm going to stop the video now, go and get the fermenter ready, put the fermenter in place and start transferring across to the fermenter. So we're at 82 degrees and we're transferring through the chiller with the water running to the fermenter. Now over here, it's pouring from a pretty fair height. It's a little bit of shit coming through, but that'll clear up pretty soon. And it's nice and cold. It's cold. So, getting to the bulk of the transfer now. A lot of good aeration going on. Nice clear water coming out. The flow's still pretty good. So here's the bit everyone wants to see. The blocked filter is separating the tube from the wort. I'm going to call that done.